My 5-out Pro-Am build that you guys have been spamming me to post is finally here. And I made a park version for those of you that only play park but still want to play on a similar type of build. 2 builds, 1 video. Make sure y'all drop a like. Let's get right into it. Now remember, this build was crafted specifically for how I play Pro-Am. I 5-out and I guard the hash on defense. Point guard, 6'8", 185, 7'5". I know someone in the comments can say, LeBron build 185 pounds. Listen, man, I'm trying to make an effective build to play competitive Pro-Am with. I'm not trying to make a build that resembles LeBron James' actual weight, okay? If you want to do that, go ahead. Now, attributes. The first thing you're going to see, 90 driving dunk. This gives you the gold precision dunker. Now, right now, the dunk meter is not very effective, but I do expect it to get a slight buff, so I did go with gold precision dunker because I do think it'll be worth it, but with 90 driving dunk, you will still catch bodies. Off the spin, rise up, get the contact dunk, then driving off the left hash here, you know, drive in, meter dunk it. So, I mean, either way, you can still dunk the ball. Now, driving dunking on this game is not super effective, but like I said, I do expect there to be a slight buff to that precision dunker, dunk meter type of stuff, and the putback dunks on this game go absolutely crazy on this build. I don't know if it's the long arms or it's the 90 driving dunk or what it is, but you get a lot of putback dunks, which is really fun. For those of you that watched my last Pro-Am video on this build, y'all saw this clip.
High right now that I don't get like that.
Good shot.
Oh my God. So yeah, we're doing some things over in the Pro-Am. Definitely go check out that video. But 45 standing dunk, it might not look like the best, but you do unlock some standing dunk packages. And the way this game works, you can still standing dunk pretty consistently anytime you have any type of momentum, or even, I mean, I did that out of a post hop shot. So you still standing dunk at 6'8" with long arms, 45, you know, standing dunk. It ain't, like I said, it ain't great, but it is still really effective on this game. And I decided to save attributes in that category. Now, I went 92 post control to get the gold unpluckable, because without that, like, you're just gonna get ripped no matter what. And even with gold, the way the steals work on this game, you can't dribble in front of people anyways. But with that 92 post control, you get a ton of post badges. You might say, well, you're low weight, low strength, why would you put up that post control and get those post badges? I mean, look, it's glitchy. Even without strength, even, I mean, it's just like you have Hall of Fame post badges. You still get throw animations. It's just kind of how the game works, I guess. And once I found that out, I was like, okay, well, I could get more acceleration by lowering the weight, and then I could save a ton of attributes by not putting up my strength all that high, and I can still operate in the post and throw people. But at the same time, by putting up that post control, I get the unpluckable, like I said. I get the good Hall of Fame post badges like spin and gold drop stepper, but then I get the post fade phenom Hall of Fame, the dream shake Hall of Fame. So I'm like stunning people and getting a huge boost to my fades and my hop shots. It's a beautiful combination of badges to play as like an ISO post scoring 6'8" point guard type of build. All right, now 86 in the mid range, and that also unlocks some of those post badges, but it also gets you gold open looks, which is going to help you with 3-pointers. But in terms of your mid-range game, whether it's crabs, the post fades, just running fades, spin shots, the mid-range is absolutely lethal on this build, and I love it. 78 3-ball is more than enough to hit open on this game, and that's the most important thing for me. I'm not looking to shoot crazy threes. I'm looking to hit when I'm open. If they have to respect my 3, then that opens up other aspects of the game for me in 5v5 settings. So 78, I mean, off crabs, without badge, with badge, I feel like I crab really well on this build, even though I only have silver blinders. I mean, with badge, once I get badge, you get ankle breakers and all that stuff. It's just insane. I mean, takeover on this game is just absolutely ridiculous overall. But I get take on this build and I go absolutely crazy. I mean, it's a beautiful combination of being able to operate in the post, operate in the mid range, and still being, you know, still being effective from 3 to the point they have to respect that. I went 80 free throw because, you know, I got to be able to hit my free throws. I get fouled a lot in Pro-Am, and I shoot, you know, the transitions and the technicals and all that. So got to be able to hit the free throws. Now, 89 on the pass accuracy. It might seem like a lot, but I get gold dimer, I get bronze bailout, I get a lot of important passing badges. And as you guys know, a big part of my game is I get buckets, but I do make pretty damn good reads. And being that I attack the basket a lot, I wanted to make sure I had bronze bailout on, and you see it used perfectly right there. But in terms of long passes, cross-court passes, you throw absolute dots, like steamers on this build. And then even if your teammates miss, just go get a putback dunk. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, the build is a ton of fun to play on for me. 85 ball handle, it's the highest ball handle I can get to unlock, you know, animations and all that stuff that I need. And then 75 speed with ball, that's going to unlock all the dribble styles that I could potentially unlock. You can go up to 79 speed with ball. You might want to do it just to, you know, break the press a little bit easier and not have people catch up to you you as fastly on the fast break, but for me, I decided to save those attributes for now and go with the 75 speed with ball. All right, on to the defense. 65 interior might not look like much, but at 6'8" with long arms, if you wall up in the paint, you get stops, I promise you. 60 perimeter, I still get pretty damn good contests on this build. I'm not going to lie. Like, even though I don't get a challenger or clamps or anything like that, I don't know if it's the long arms or the fact that I know when to push the right stick up to get contests. I feel like I play pretty solid D, but 95 steal. You will tear it off people the way steals are on this game. Gold glove, gold right stick ripper. You will go crazy. I'm not going to sit here and show you a ton of clips of me just stripping people. Instead, what I want to show you is that 95 steal gets you Hall of Fame interceptor, which is glitchy on this game. And I defend the hash for my team, as y'all know. And defending the hash, being able to lurk passing lanes, playing, when you play two, what we call it, being able to steal the hash pass and the corner pass, it's really, really valuable when you shrink the court and run rotations. The Hall of Fame interceptor, 95 steal, you go crazy in passing lanes, and that's something I really wanted to have on my Pro-Am build. You know what I mean? For the park, is it really necessary? No, I'm gonna show you, like I said, a tweaked park version, but for Pro-Am, I love the fact that I have Hall of Fame interceptor. And then in terms of the physicals, I mean, I just put it up enough to get, the silver speed booster, silver hyperdrive, silver blow by. That's what I do. The acceleration is maxed out because you want to be as quick as possible, obviously, on a point guard build. And, not a lot of strength. I still have my other 96 strength build, but honestly, like, I like that build, and that build is fun to play on, and I do plan to post more videos with the Hall of Fame Bulldozer. But in terms of playing competitively, as I said when I posted that Hall of Fame Bulldozer video, I think this build fits my play style more. Maybe for you want to have strength on your guard, but for me, I think being quicker, but still kind of finding that sweet spot with that 92 post control and being able to bully in the post, but still be quick enough to potentially get around the lockdown, that's kind of more my play style. And it's called a diming 3-level threat. This is my Pro-Am version of the build, but now we're going to switch gears over to the park version of the build, right? Maybe you want to play a similar style to what you see me play in the Pro-Am, but you're more of a park player. Use this version of the build and then tweak it to your liking, of course. Point guard, 6'8", 185, 7'5 wingspan. That's all the same. Now you're going to see a lot of similarities and a few small differences that I think make it a lot better for park scenarios. Basically, dropping the layup and the dunk by 1. All you lose from this is essentially gold precision dunker drops to silver precision dunker. You're not going to have to dunk meter as much in the park. You're going to have a lot cleaner driving lanes. 45 standing still and the 92 post control to get the gold unpluckable. You see a lot of 6'8s in the park with just the silver unpluckable. You could get away with it, but if you play anyone good that makes a lockdown, they're going to be tearing it off you. You still got the same shooting in terms of the mid-range and the three-pointer, but of course, since it's a park build, we don't need free throw. We drop that down as low as we can. Now, if you want bailout, go 87 pass, of course, but I think you don't really... If you can make reads in the park, you're playing twos. There's only 2 defenders. It shouldn't be as hard to make reads, so anything in like low to mid 70s will be fine for passing on the twos court in the park. And then you're looking at the 85 ball handle and the 75 speed with ball, the same that I have on the Pro-Am version of the build that you guys have been watching the past couple of Pro-Am videos. On to the defense. This is where the build starts to separate itself. Much higher perimeter defense. We want to be able to get better shot contests. We want to get better bump animations, and we have a ton of silver badges, and then, of course, the gold off-ball pest, but a ton of silver badges to help us guard the ball. 61 interior defense to get the bronze anchor. But at 6'8", long arms, if you wall up with that 61 interior, you'll get stops in the paint. We lowered the steal because playing twos in the park, it's more about just getting a stop. You don't need to get, lane steals and on-ball plucks as much to get out on the break and trigger some offense like you do in the Pro-Am. It's more about being disciplined and not giving up anything easy. So I prefer to just not even reach on the twos, honestly, and just play disciplined defense, which is why I decided to go with block, get silver chase down, bronze anchor. Have a little bit better paint defense on the build, and at the size and the wingspan that we have, you're going to be able to protect the rim pretty damn well. And then, of course, rebounding is important. When you do get that stop, you got to secure it, and that 83 D board gets you the silver rebound chaser. And then when you do get the ball on the twos, you want to not give it up. So say you're ice when you kick it to the corner, your teammate misses, you want to have that offensive rebound, because if you snag that O board, then you don't even have to worry about getting another stop. You just keep playing offense, all right? So we went with O board and D board, silver rebound chaser. It's beautiful. The speed to get the speed booster silver, hyperdrive silver, all that. And then max acceleration, of course, you want to be as quick as possible. We upped the strength a little bit so that we unlock the silver clamps. 78 vertical still gets you the pro driving contact dunks off 1 and 2 feet. And then we lowered the stamina to 93. That's what you need for silver handles for days. You know, in the pro we went 99 because you have a lot more running to do and you want to make sure you're not blinking when you have to shoot. But on the 2s, you know, in the park, you're not using as much stamina. We just went as high as we needed for silver handles for days. But if you want to see this build in action, check out this pro video on the screen right here. This is against a top ranked team and I'm running 5 out and guarding hash. You'll get to see this build in action against some of the best players in the world.